In this special episode, we're turning the spotlight on the dynamic and influential leaders who have profoundly impacted the Caribbean over the past year. Annually, we take a moment to honor the visionaries and trailblazers who guide their nations through challenges, driving positive change and making significant impacts. These individuals are more than just politicians or public figures. They are architects of change, builders of nations, and beacons of hope. Their influence extends beyond mere power. They deeply affect every individual's life in the Caribbean, overcoming challenges and forging paths of progress and prosperity. Their actions and decisions have not only defined the past year, but have also woven their legacies into the fabric of the region. Prepare for an inspiring journey as we reveal the top 5 Caribbean leaders of the past year. Each story is a chapter of inspiration, painting a vivid picture of a region that is thriving against the odds. Our exploration covers diverse areas like politics, culture, business, and social advocacy, highlighting the substantial contributions of these remarkable individuals. From Time's most influential Person of the Year recipients like Mia Mottley to regional giants making significant local impacts, these leaders have shaped the narratives of their nations and the Caribbean's collective identity on the global stage. Join us as we celebrate and acknowledge these extraordinary individuals and see how they are molding the Caribbean's present and future. Let's dive in. First up, and breaking into this year's list at number 5, we have the long-standing Prime Minister of Dominica, Roosevelt Skerrit. Prime Minister Skerrit has held the position since 2004, and in his nearly 20 years of leadership, he has led Dominica to significant accomplishments in economic development, climate resilience, and social progress. Prime Minister Skerrit has been a silent but consistent ministerial leader over this past year, charting the country to consistent economic growth, particularly after COVID-19. Dominica has seen a resurgence in its tourism numbers and outlook on the country from the IMF. A global advocate for climate resilience, Skerrit has passionately addressed the urgent need for climate action, making Dominica a pioneer in becoming the world's first climate-resilient nation. His efforts have garnered international acclaim and highlighted the vulnerabilities of small island states. Dominica is also driving a modernization agenda to further propel its growth, with priority being given to the construction of a geothermal energy plant and a new international airport. The government of Dominica signed an agreement with MMC Development Limited to officially break ground on the highly anticipated international airport, which is set to open in 2025. Dominica International Airport will be the game changer for the natural island, allowing it to receive international flights directly instead of through a neighboring connection. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has been a consistent leader in the region and continues to chart a path for Dominicans to do better and achieve greater. New to our list this year is a newly elected leader in the region, but one who has shown effective leadership and led his country on consistent growth, particularly after COVID-19. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Terence Drew, was elected just in 2022, but has led the country on a successful post-COVID-19 recovery. The leader has been a driving force behind the mounting discussion of more Caribbean countries becoming republics. Following the coronation of King Charles III this May 2023, the Prime Minister stated that St. Kitts could not be completely free as long as an English monarch ruled as the head of state. He went on to say that his government would take public consultation regarding the Republic movement and even demanded an apology from the British monarchy concerning their role in the slave trade. When it comes to the country's economic outlook, St. Kitts and Nevis has seen remarkable progress, rebounding amid strong global headwinds. The country has seen tourist arrivals drive economic growth, reducing the country's current deficit and staying below the region's public debt target of 60%. This success has translated to the average citizen, with the government increasing salaries for civil servants and pensioners by 8% and giving them a 50% Christmas bonus. On top of that, all other persons will receive EC $500 and a savings account for all children of EC $1,000. Next up at the number 3 slot, we have the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Everard Gonsalves. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves continues to remain one of the most influential leaders in the Caribbean, leaving an indelible mark on the political and social fabric of not only St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but the region as a whole. Serving as Prime Minister since 2001, Gonsalves has displayed a remarkable combination of vision, charisma, and resilience, solidifying his status as a transformative figure in the region. Most recently, The leader helped broker peace between Guyana and Venezuela as the head of the Community of Latin America and Caribbean States, CELAC, alongside the leader of Barbados, Prime Minister Mia Mottley. The experienced leader continues to be a champion for bringing awareness to climate change, as is evident from his latest speech to the U.S. General Assembly. Taking a stern tone, he said, quote, "Poor, vulnerable, climate-distressed and resource-challenged developing countries are fed up with the unfulfilled perennial promises of the developed world on climate financing," unquote, and went on to champion reparations not only for climate change but from extractive European powers. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves continues to be a leader in the region, and his influence throughout it cannot be understated. By the way, if you're finding value in this video and our deep dive into the impactful Caribbean leaders of the year, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. Thank you for being part of our journey. Coming in at the number 2 spot on our list, we come to a man whose country has been at the center of attention in recent news, with tensions rising regarding whether there will be a conflict in the Caribbean. Prime Minister of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, has gained significant regional power and influence over the last few years, and as his country continues to develop its energy production capabilities, this is only expected to increase. Since the initial discovery of underwater oil deposits in 2015, Guyana has seen rapid economic growth fueled by increasing oil extraction. It is quickly transforming into an economic powerhouse in the Caribbean, with one of the fastest GDP growth in the world at 38.4% as projected by the IMF. However, the country is also facing increased tensions as Venezuela has reopened its claim to the disputed Essequibo region, a topic we have covered extensively. Prime Minister Ali has been at the center of it all and continues to navigate these waters impeccably. Managing to secure a promise of no military force to settle the dispute in Essequibo, Prime Minister Ali has shown diplomacy against a much stronger power, all the while channeling the country's oil discoveries into tangible economic output. We can expect to see his influence and impact continue to reverberate throughout the region as he comes to the center of a geopolitical game between the United States and Venezuela. And finally, we come to the final name on the list for the second year in a row, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley. Last year, the regional leader was selected among Time's 100 most influential people, and she made that list again in 2023. Mia Mottley is the Prime Minister of Barbados and is one of the world's most vocal advocates for wealthy nations and historic polluters to support the most vulnerable countries facing permanent loss or damage from climate change, stating that, quote, "Developing countries rightfully demand that their rich neighbors do more, given the wealth they've gained from years of burning fossil fuels unchecked," unquote. Mia Mottley has led the change on climate change with the rollout of the Bridge-Down Initiative, which calls for a new global mechanism to quickly channel funds to support climate adaptation. She was also an influential party in the peace talk between Guyana and Venezuela. Apart from her regional and international influence, Prime Minister Mottley has also shown prudence in the Barbados economy, with the country implementing their updated economic recovery and transformation plan, and has weathered the biggest shocks of the recent COVID-19 pandemic. The economy has also recovered strongly when it comes to tourism, and the country is seeing ever more airlift capabilities. It is no wonder the number 1 influential Caribbean leader on our list was also named among Time magazine's 100 most influential people yet again. We know that influence can be subjective, so be sure to tell us in the comments if you agree with our list. We're eager to hear your thoughts. Who among these leaders resonates most with you and why? Do you think there's another leader who should have been on this list and why? Share your views and insights in the comment section below. Your perspective is a valuable part of this ongoing conversation. If you found this video enlightening and inspiring, please share it with others who might also appreciate these stories of Caribbean leadership. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated with our latest content. Your support helps us continue exploring and sharing these important stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video as we explore the Caribbean together. This is Gyre Caribbean. See you in the next video.